Hello? Oh, it is moving. Look at that.
What the hell is that?
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I got its tail. I got its tail. I got its tail. Oh. Oh.
From aggressive land disputes to unsettling sounds in the dead of night, the wilderness isn't always as empty as it seems. Whether it's a tense standoff with a hostile stranger at an abandoned barn, or a skeletal forest that feels like it's mimicking your every move, things can turn south in a heartbeat. When you're miles from help and the atmosphere shifts, would you have the instincts to make it out safely? On March the 23rd, 2025, YouTuber Owen from Exploring with Owen uploaded a video documenting his visit to two deteriorating barns hidden deep within a remote wooded area. What starts as a standard exploration quickly turns into something far more intense than any paranormal experience.
Today, I'm going to be exploring these two abandoned barns behind me. These aren't any ordinary barns either.
So basically, these barns, first of all, are in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I'm literally in the middle of the woods.
A person was snowshoeing around this area, and they heard screaming coming from over the hill. And they heard that it was coming from inside the barn. And there was 4 people tied up. And those 4 people were also on the missing list for this area. There was some sort of kidnapper involved in this whole thing. But anyways, we're about to...
Owen travels into the secluded forest to film the abandoned structures. The barns sit far from civilization, surrounded by thick woods that heighten the feeling of isolation and tension.
Also kind of just like wood, like not... What's that? Might have been something falling? That creeped me out. I'm leaving now.
What was that? There was like a giant bang. You had to pick up on camera for sure.
During my reconnaissance earlier, I did see a little like sliding door around the back.
This is private property, right?
No, I didn't.
Go!
I'm sorry.
Get the camera out of my face. It's private property. Oh my god. Last person who went on this property, they didn't make it back. I'm not gonna lie. So, dude, you need to get off now.
Hey, yo,
Go.
stop screaming at me, bro. Yo, what the heck? Yo, holy crap. Dude, holy crap.
Found you. Get out of the barn.
This guy's insane. I'm sorry, bro.
Get out of the barn.
Okay, I'm sorry. Holy crap. Just chill, bro. Just chill.
Get out.
I'm going. What's going on?
While documenting the site, an older man suddenly appears and confronts him. The man behaves aggressively, claims the property is private, and makes it clear that Owen is not welcome there, immediately changing the atmosphere. Recognizing the potential risk, Owen decides not to argue and chooses to leave right away.
You good, bro? Like,
Unless you want to go missing.
dude, chill. Holy crap, dude.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't break anything.
Holy crap, stop. Yo, bro, stop. Yo, this guy's insane. Bro, he had a pitchfork. What? Dude, this guy's crazy. I've never seen something like that before.
You don't want to go missing like the others. Bro, my face is so cold I can't even talk.
I'm so like numb. You think that was the kidnapper?
I'm probably gonna blur his face just for privacy, but like...
Bro.
As he retreats, the man makes an unsettling remark about people who have reportedly gone missing nearby, seemingly intended to intimidate him. Owen exits the area without further incident and returns home safely, but the confrontation leaves a lingering impact. When exploring remote places, preparation and awareness are critical. If you encountered a sudden situation like this, how would you handle it to ensure you left safely? The YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo is known for entering locations associated with unexplained activity. In this video, Angelo returns with his friend Frankie to a remote site referred to as the Red-Eye Demon Forest, a place that has never provided him with clear answers. The channel centers on direct, hands-on paranormal investigations rather than legends. Uploaded on January 4th, 2025, the night starts quietly, but before they fully settle in, the forest reacts in a way that feels almost aware of their presence.
Whoa. Okay, now it just sounded like something got thrown or... What the hell was that? Hello? Okay.
At first, the disturbances don't seem immediately threatening, yet their familiarity is unsettling. A heavy impact echoes nearby, despite calm weather and no visible wildlife.
Was it that thing move?
I don't know.
Does that thing even move anymore?
I don't think so.
Weird. Alright, well, we're here. More or less, anyway. Alright, home sweet home. Our old fire pit is still here.
And untouched.
Yeah. Oh, it is moving. Look at that.
It is?
Yeah. I've never seen that move before.
Neither have I.
Cool. I mean, I didn't really think it was anything paranormal to begin with. It just kind of caught us off guard.
Angelo and Frankie continue assuming someone else might be camping deeper in the woods. For a brief period, the forest falls silent. Still, comfort fades quickly in such an isolated place. Strange activity resumes, forcing them to remain alert while finishing their setup.
So, one espresso coming up.
How was that?
I saw two red eyes just over there, staring at me. That's why I literally freaked out. It was like just about to finish. So
Oh, okay.
It was, but what the did I just see? Cozy. Well, at least this time we know we got lots of space in here. That's for sure. Just make sure I don't have anything super important out here.
Despite the tension, they try to stay calm and eventually retreat into their tent.
I think that's that fan thing again.
The squeaky noise, yeah, but not that other sound.
Why must you disrupt my comfort? I don't see nothing.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and sleep.
This is not what caterpillar feels like.
Yeah, I know.
The night passes without any clear visual evidence, but unusual sounds return just before dawn.
Okay, that time it sounded like an animal, but the first time it sounded like an animal.
Yeah, we heard something and it...
Okay. Maybe... I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's like right over there.
Yeah.
So we're packing up here, but... That doesn't sound right.
Doesn't.
No.
Almost sounds like it's in pain.
The noises carry through the trees, sounding either distressed or imitated. Rather than wait for answers, they pack up quickly and leave before sunrise. The encounter ends without resolution, leaving questions about what was truly nearby. Nighttime in the forest can shift quickly when sounds are hard to interpret. If you were out there after dark, how would you respond? In September 2010, a father and his sons attempt to deal with a mysterious animal digging holes across their backyard after it had already injured one of their dogs. Believing they could stop the destruction by catching it themselves, the family makes a decision that quickly turns into a serious mistake.
We've got a pest problem in the backyard. It keeps digging up holes in the garden and in the lawn, but our dogs have gone after it. It bloodied up one of the dogs. The best thing I think we can do is catch it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a hose, flood it out. and see what.
Despite warnings to leave the animal alone, the father reaches into one of the newly dug holes thinking he has grabbed it by the tail. That assumption proves wrong.
Going down in the hole here. Okay, Mike, you take the camera. I can see it in there.
Dad, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, Dad.
It can't be that bad. It's just a critter.
Dad.
It might bite you.
I can see it. It looks like its tail. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I got its tail. I got its tail. I got its tail. Oh.
The creature bites him, inflicting a significant injury. The wound is severe enough to require 12 stitches, highlighting the strength of whatever was hiding underground. If the animal was capable of harming a dog and leaving an adult man needing medical treatment, it was clearly far more powerful than expected. He may have been fortunate that the situation didn't escalate further, especially if the animal had been venomous. When dealing with an unknown creature, what is the safest and smartest response people should take? Work less, enjoy life. More is a YouTube channel created by Larry, an outdoor enthusiast who values slow, intentional time in nature with his dogs, Mason and Marty. On October 16, 2024, he sets up camp alone in a remote mountain forest south of Flagstaff, Arizona. Choosing a quiet burn scar regrowth area, he expects a peaceful night, unaware that the silence won't last. After preparing dinner over the fire, Larry steps inside his camper to eat. Suddenly, a loud, sharp bang echoes through the trees. The sound resembles either a gunshot or a thick branch snapping under force. Instantly, the atmosphere shifts.
There's been times where I'm out here, or not out here, but in the woods. You know, you just hear something you can't explain. You know, I don't know, it just gets your anxiety all worked up. Starting to get cold. I had to switch into my sweatshirt. Fire feels good though. I catch myself just sitting here listening. Part of me just wants it to be a cow or a coyote or something. Like I just want to see something that I could know that it was it. The dogs are fighting.
Larry steps outside to look around, but finds nothing unusual. Trying to brush it off, he returns to his meal, though the unexplained noise stays on his mind. Later, as he sits by the fire, the same sound rings out again.
Hi.
This time, Mason and Marty react immediately alert and focused on the darkness beyond the campsite. Larry sweeps his light across the surrounding forest, yet nothing appears. Alone in the vast woods with no clear source for the sound, the feeling of isolation deepens. In remote forests, loud noises can have many explanations. Still, not knowing the cause can feel unsettling. Was it simply nature or something else nearby? If you were camping alone and heard that sound, how would you respond? On September 21st, 2021, a quiet night unfolds inside a parked van somewhere in British Columbia, Canada. The footage comes from the Cat Lady Van, a YouTube channel where Emmy shares the realities of everyday van life, preparing simple meals, caring for her cat, and reflecting honestly on life on the road. What begins as a peaceful routine evening slowly shifts when Emmy recalls an experience that has stayed with her.
What do you want, Kitty? Been talking. Yes, I hear you.
the joy of making your bed inside your van. Nothing better than spending half an hour just to end up removing everything and falling asleep. The joy of putting shit together when you live in a van. We're pretty much ready to go to bed right now. People ask me sometime in my life that I'm scared by myself living in a van. Did that happen sometimes that I heard a little noise outside and I'm just like, that happened too, that I decide to change place just before going to bed. I usually like stay, like if you want, and kind of like listen the place and see like that seems to be a good place and just move. So while I'm here, I just want to share one of my worst. In fact, that's funny because that was with my boyfriend at the time. Camping, if you want, for 2 weeks, and we're kind of like looking for a place to maybe. We decided to take his Astro van, which is a van kind of like low roof, like smaller. I think it's 4x8 the dimension in the back. And we were in the town, which is, and meant not huge but quite big. And we parked in the place that maybe wasn't the greatest. And his van was looking like really like pretty much a van that could have tools and work in this place. In the middle of the night, I heard a car, like probably, let's say, midnight. That was a dead road. So right away, especially when you're not used to live in a car and all that, and the car left. I fell back asleep.
Inside the van, everything feels normal at first. But as she begins telling the story, the mood changes. She describes a 2-week trip in an Astro van parked late one night in a quiet construction zone near Edmonton, Alberta. The area initially seemed safe, dark, empty, and easy to blend into. Just after midnight, a car slowly drives down the dead-end road before leaving, interrupting the silence.
Maybe an hour after, the car came back with not the same vibe. And a fight started right behind our van. I was stressing. I was so worried that those guys would decide to break into our van. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. It was a really big fight. We could not understand what it was about. I was worried. I'm like, oh, did they have guns? Bad and severe the fight would go, and yeah, I was worried.
About an hour later, the stillness doesn't fully return. More activity can be heard outside, though nothing is visible. With no clear view of what's happening, Emmy and her partner remain silent inside the van, left only to wait and listen.
They end up leaving, and that was the end of like the worst nightmare that I had in the van. That didn't stop me from living in the van, and since I'm by myself and I never had any problem at all, what I want to say and tell you with this story is you can live in an apartment and have your neighbor have a big fight. That was not something toward me, that was something outside. It was still scary. I was, even if I'm my boyfriend.
Eventually, the noise fades. No one approaches. There is no direct confrontation. The night passes, but the fear lingers. The most unsettling part wasn't violence, but the helpless waiting. If you were inside, unable to see what was happening outside, would you stay quiet or try to leave? This event was posted on September 26, 2023, by the YouTube channel Boys Outdoors. What started as a relaxed after-school duck hunt quickly turned into a confrontation the young hunters won't forget anytime soon. 2 students made their way to a small pond they had improved over the summer, a place they knew well. It was meant to be a simple evening hunt.
Guys got his orange kayak out there. Well, welcome back to another episode. Today we're out in this little pond that we kind of did some work on this summer, and we're gonna see if we can get a nice greasy evening hunt here. We just get off of school here, and he's going to kayak now. Hey, fix some of those decoys. We got the little pallet blind. Got the pallet blind, but we've been seeing a lot of ducks out here. So we've already seen a good flock of teal and then some woodies and a bunch of coots. So we're gonna see what Buddy does out there, but hopefully we can get a nice after school hunt going here for you guys. Buddy doesn't want the smoke. Where'd he go? Oh, he's still swinging. Buddy's $800 decoys are getting wrecked. Yeah,
The weight smoke.
Oh, yikes. Try get one out in front of this little patch here where that drake's sitting. No, like that patch to the right, kind of. No, buddy. The one like where there's a drake and then the hen's like in that gap. Oh, the wind's perfect. See it.
They placed their decoys, adjusted their blind, and hoped to bring in a few teal or wood ducks before sunset. The mood was calm, and everything about the trip felt routine. At first, the hunt unfolded smoothly. They harvested a few birds and filmed content for their channel. But the quiet didn't last. Off in the distance, they began hearing someone shouting.
And our website
You're wrong,
says.
but you're trespassing on other people's land.
Is it not?
No, you're not.
Sure. That's what my app said that, so that's what
Well, your app.
it was at sunset.
I gotta find it here.
Okay, well, look.
So
I know you can't hunt past 4 o'clock.
Sure that's not just an old timer rule? Because I feel like they might have changed it.
Old timer rule.
Oh, I don't know. I might have been in something.
I'm pretty sure they changed it.
It's been that way for about 15 years.
Well, they might have.
They changed the 10 o'clock opener. It used to be 12 o'clock.
Sure.
Then they changed it to 7 or 10, and then they changed it to opening day at sunrise.
Sure.
I've been hunting ducks for 50 some years.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the rules.
Well, I know, but the rules are constantly changing. It's kind of just
But you don't know the rules.
It's what it says on his phone. So
Minnesota waterfowl regulation.
I'm gonna find it here before you guys leave.
DNR
I got your
state,
license
Minnesota.
number.
Okay, I'm
and
glad.
I'm
glad.
gonna turn you into the
Okay.
warden.
Go ahead. We are following
The words weren't clear at first, but the tone was aggressive and getting closer. Soon afterward, an ATV came speeding through the trees. A man arrived and immediately began yelling at the hunters. He accused them of violating the law, claiming that legal hunting hours had already ended for the day, and warning that their firearms could be confiscated.
This is where things in the hunt went very south very fast. Essentially what happened is off in the distance we heard some old man just yelling and we didn't know what it was. We couldn't hear what he's saying. He's too far away. We just hear he's yelling and he's very mad. And I'm like, uh-oh, what's he mad about? So then we hear his side-by-side tear up the road and he's just, he's flooring it. And then he comes back and then he parks on our land. So he essentially trespassed onto our land. And we can just hear him yelling and screaming up there. And he was very mad. And then we go up there and he's just yelling at us saying that we're screwed, we're effed, our guns are getting taken away and everything. And then I kind of just turned off the camera. I didn't really record anything because I thought for sure we were screwed and going to jail. But then after I realized we're 100% legal, I'm like, what is this guy doing? So I start filming, and this is after he cooled down just a little bit, so he wasn't as mad, but he was still pretty upset. So
According to him, they were hunting illegally after 4 o'clock p.m. He also insisted they were trespassing and said he would report them. However, the situation was more complicated. The students had secured permission from the landowner to hunt on the property. And based on official wildlife regulations for that season, legal shooting hours extended until sunset.
So we just...
Buddy's an old timer and thought it ended at 4 o'clock, even though it's sun. Buddy's yelling like, what, 10 minutes? Just full yelling from not even his property.
pissed. He was yelling.
And then, second off, Buddy claims it is his property, even though the farmer's bean field is right here.
That we got permission from, actually you got, but that we have permission for to be on. Buddy, oh, you guys are effed. You're screwed. So then he yells at us for maybe 10 minutes about how, oh, it shuts up at 4 o'clock. We pull up the DNR website. Sure enough, during the entire season, it says sunset, the shooting time's over.
And then Buddy goes ripping on his 1980 booklet, trying to find a rule about sunrise at 4 o'clock.
He did anything he could to find something illegal from an outdated book, and he read for literally half an hour.
After about 10 minutes, he had to sit down.
Yeah, because he could not find it. It's 7:45 right now. We came up here at what, 7:10?
Yeah.
So he was for half an hour just reading through the book, and we're sitting here like reading our DNR webpage, and it says that at sunset you can stop shooting, and that's been a rule for however many years. I know it used to be a rule way back in the day in Minnesota that if you had to be done shooting at 4 o'clock in like the first couple weeks of the season, but ever since early teal and whatnot came through, it's just kind of been whatever. So
Even after hearing this, the man remained firm in his stance. He referenced outdated laws and refused to accept the information the hunters displayed on their phones. When they showed him the official Department of Natural Resources website outlining the current regulations, he still believed he was correct. Unsure at first, the hunters paused filming. After double-checking and confirming their actions were fully legal, they resumed recording to document the situation. For nearly 30 minutes, the man flipped through an old regulation book attempting to prove them wrong. Throughout the exchange, the hunters stayed calm and respectful, offering multiple times to review the updated rules together. Despite this, he refused to reconsider. Eventually, the man left, still convinced they had broken the law. The students ended their hunt with a tense and uncomfortable experience they hadn't anticipated. The incident highlights a growing divide in the hunting community between long-standing traditions and evolving regulations. As laws change and land access becomes more complicated, misunderstandings are more likely, especially when strong opinions clash with outdated information. Have you ever faced a similar situation while hunting or fishing where you knew you were following the rules, but someone insisted you weren't? Share your experience in the comments. And if you're interested in more real-world outdoor encounters like this one, be sure to like and subscribe. The Outdoor Gear review hosted by Luke is widely known for its practical and realistic approach to outdoor content. Luke doesn't lean into drama or chase paranormal narratives. He has openly stated many times that he has never experienced anything convincing enough to make him believe in creatures like Bigfoot. Yet, in this particular video, even Luke encounters something he can't completely explain. The episode came after repeated viewer requests asking him to revisit a forested mountain region he calls the Green Forest.
My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. This is a viewer-requested episode that I'm calling The Search for Bigfoot. For some, this is going to excite them. For others, they may roll their eyes, and that's okay. Allow me to explain what's taken place and why I'm doing this episode, why it's been requested. So, over the last year or so, I've been coming up here to what I call the Green Forest. And over the last 2 years, I've had numerous odd experiences. The first odd experience began someplace on top of this mountain. I was hiking up, and I came across what looked like a trail. And along this trail, all of the trees have been broken and basically like stacked, like leaned in a certain way. It was rather odd. A few months later, I was hiking to this location. I was coming through the woods and I startled something big. As soon as whatever it was heard me, it burst through the forest. You can hear it breaking limbs and snapping trees as it ran. Whatever it was huge.
Over the last 2 years, he has camped there several times. Although he hadn't made much of it before, he had experienced a few unusual moments, minor enough to dismiss at first, but strange enough to stay in the back of his mind. On one trip, Luke discovered an area where trees had been snapped and arranged in the same direction. The pattern didn't resemble normal storm damage.
Then, last week, I came out here for a camping trip. I was inside of the tent, it was raining outside, it was beginning to storm. Basically, I was turning in for the night, and I heard a grunt, and it sounded like this. Woo! One time only, that's it. What was that sound? I have no idea. But many of you all thought it was Bigfoot. I have publicly stated previously that I'm not sure if I really believe in Bigfoot. I'm more of a skeptic. I am open-minded to it. It's always possible, but with my experiences out in the woods, out in remote areas, I've never had any sort of experience that I could contribute to being Bigfoot. If you happen to believe in Bigfoot, that's fine. I respect that. But for myself, I haven't seen what I needed to see to believe it. At the same time, I have not seen evidence that I believe really shows that Bigfoot exists. Over the years, I've been sent videos and pictures from viewers. 95% of the time, the footage you can't even make out. It's so blurry, so dark, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. The other 5%, it's obviously fake.
It appeared deliberate. On another visit, while hiking off trail, something large moved through the woods nearby, breaking branches as it went. Whatever it was, it carried more strength and speed than a deer typically would. During his most recent camp, another unexplained moment occurred.
Basically, I'm looking for a sign of something, anything. There is snow on the ground. That's a good thing. If anything's been walking through here, I'll see the steps. That's an interesting spot there with the moss. Something has scraped that off. Something rather large, could have been a black bear. Speaking of the animals that are in this forest, we have black bear, we have some deer, bobcats, the occasional mountain lion, coyotes. That's about it, really. We have some smaller game, of course, but as far as the big ones, that's it.
While lying inside his tent during a rainstorm, he heard a deep, single grunt just outside. There were no footsteps, no follow-up sounds, just one heavy vocalization, then silence. He couldn't identify it, but the moment stayed with him. Now, Luke returns with purpose. He isn't searching for monsters, but responding to both viewer curiosity and his own lingering questions. The hike begins normally, calm observant, and focused on the natural surroundings. The temperature sits just above freezing. Outside the forest, the ground is icy, but within the trees, the environment feels damp and still. As he ventures deeper, Luke notices additional signs. Patches of moss appear, scraped from tree trunks. High scratches mark certain trees, possibly from animals, though not all fit typical patterns. He comments on how dense the forest is, noting that anything animal or otherwise could remain hidden only a few feet away without being seen. He eventually comes upon a massive rock formation and remarks on how isolated and unusual the area feels.
It's huge. Look at the size of that. I will tell you all this, folks. Before I came out here today, I did a search about this area and Bigfoot, and I'm shocked to say this, but I found a ton of reports. This area apparently is a hot spot for Bigfoot activity. Every time that I come out for a trip, I will share with you all a story that I found online from this area. So if you find this sort of content interesting, hit the like button. By the way, everyone, try to keep it civil in the comment section. There's going to be those who think they've seen evidence of Bigfoot, those who don't believe. It doesn't matter, everybody. People could see things differently than you, and that's okay.
Prior to the trip, he researched reported Bigfoot sightings connected to the region, and was surprised by how many were linked to this specific location. That knowledge adds weight to every snapped branch and unexplained marking he encounters. Although he maintains a skeptical stance, Luke admits the green forest unsettles him. The structures formed from broken limbs, the unexplained noises at night, none of it feels entirely ordinary. Even as he relies on logic and reason, the experience lingers in his thoughts. The episode concludes without any claimed sighting. There is no dramatic reveal, no shadow between the trees, no blurry figure in the distance. Instead, there remains a persistent sense that something about the forest feels wrong. For someone as rational and grounded as Luke, to describe it as the strangest place he has ever camped carries weight. This encounter stands out not because of physical proof, but because it led a practical, skeptical outdoorsman to acknowledge that certain things remain unexplained. It underscores the thin boundary between realism and mystery, and how quickly familiar terrain can begin to feel unfamiliar. Have you ever been somewhere that simply didn't feel right, even without a clear reason? Share your experience in the comments. And for more real-world outdoor encounters like this one, don't forget to like and subscribe. This unsettling upload comes from Squatch TV, a channel recognized for exploring abandoned and often eerie locations deep in the wilderness. In this episode, two explorers set out to investigate an old, deserted train bridge hidden in a remote forest, an area considered restricted and rarely visited by the public. At first, it seems like just another late-night exploration. Because the location is off-limits, it's usually quiet aside from the occasional snowmobile passing through. But before long, something begins to feel off. As they cross the bridge and walk the nearby trails, they start hearing strange noises, animal-like yet distorted and unfamiliar. The kind of sounds that instantly raise tension.
It's hard to tell with the wind, but it almost sounded like something definitely made some kind of noises over there. So we're gonna check it out. Occasionally snowmobilers come through here, but other than that, it's pretty remote. This is an abandoned train bridge. Okay. I almost kind of don't want to go back over there. Yeah, my brother said he heard some weird things, but that's pretty weird. I've never heard a grizzly bear sound like that before. You got like chills going down your spine?
Yup.
I hope the camera got that. Technically, this train bridge is trespassing, so no one comes by here anymore. So we come here late at night, search for animals, stuff like that. But there's no people back here. You take that one path up here.
Yeah.
Is that right there?
Yeah. Take to the babies. Oh, baby.
Okay. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that? Dude, fuck this. Should we?
You got,
do it for the video?
you got your knife?
Oh, what the fuck is that? That's some deer tracks. Oh, did you ever hear like a rabbit get killed? They
Yeah.
sound pretty
That was too loud though.
far to turn back.
Yeah.
We can turn back really.
The forest is isolated, and with no visible signs of anyone else around, the noises seem to move closer. One explorer hesitates and suggests turning back. The other pushes forward, determined to document whatever is happening. Then a sudden loud crash erupts from the darkness, shifting the atmosphere completely. Whatever made the sound is close. Carrying only a knife, the creator admits he's uneasy. Wind picks up, hinting at an incoming storm.
Yeah.
So we've been hearing some really fucking spooky shit, dude. I'm only giving it like maybe 5 more minutes. So we're walking.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the woods, about half an hour from my house. I only got a knife, but that's not gonna stop the fucking grizzly bear or whatever this is. Yeah. It's coming from up there. I don't even know if I want to. We'll see what it is, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is like something fucking unknown.
Let's be safe how long we're out here, because I think there's a storm coming. It's getting real windy.
But beyond the weather, it's the growing sense of being watched that unsettles them most. They continue deeper now, more than 30 minutes from home, hoping to capture answers even as the risk feels greater with each step. Without warning, a sharp noise cuts through the night, followed by a brief glimpse of something unidentifiable. Panic takes over. They sprint through brush and icy ground, trying to escape whatever may be following them. The camera shuts off soon after ending the footage abruptly.
Go. That's pretty loud. That's close. Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait. Don't. Wait. Go. Wait. Holy, I think I saw it. Go. 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 Oh, crap. Bro, wait, where's
Okay, we're far enough away. Let's just fucking go, dude. Fuck that.
No clear figure appears on screen, yet the intensity of the moment lingers. Was it wildlife, something territorial, or something else entirely? The lack of visuals makes the sounds and atmosphere even more haunting. What do you think was beyond that bridge? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.